commonly used terms that are found in databases. Let us understand them. So we start off by data in the first place. So static text, numbers, or any other information that can be stored in the database is called as data. Now, data is basically also known as a raw data. That means we are going to be just adding them without basically filtering out any value out of it. Information, on the other hand, is the data that has gone into processing. So in case I have added the data and I feel that it is going to be of some importance to someone else, so I am basically going to use the data and process it into information, and then I'm going to be adding it into the relational databases. Next, we have tables. Database consists of tables, and tables are basically the part wherein we have rows and columns. Now, rows are basically called as records and columns are called as fields. So we are going to look on how these are maintained. Now, fields are attributes and records are also maintained in the form of domains. Next, we have records. Now, this is also called as a tuple. Now, when we are going to be creating these instances of data, we are also going to be creating it in the form of the records. So there will be individual records that are maintained in the table itself. Next, we have fields. Fields are basically the vertical columns or the attributes of a particular record that I'm going to be maintaining. So every record is going to be maintained in the required fields. Next, we have the keys. Now, keys are going to hold connections within the databases. As I said, we need not copy the entire data from one table to the other. Rather, we can make use of keys in order to show the relations among them. So there are two types of keys that we are going to be learning in the next chapters, is primary key and foreign key. Next, we have a view. A view is simple to understand. Basically, imagine this, that I want to retrieve data from multiple tables. Now, is it possible just by picking up data? Where do I keep it? How do I show it to my seniors? Then in that case, I have a view. The view doesn't have data of its own. Rather, you have the data that is fed from different sources and then placed into the view in order to then process information out of it. Next, we have schemas. Now, schemas is basically a mix of database objects like tables, views, triggers. So you can basically have all these objects in one place, and those are schemas.